Sona is hopeful that he will make some new friends. But when he sets out to explore his new neighborhood, he gets an unpleasant shock. A mother camel and her young son, Sona, were slowly walking along in the desert. It was a very hot day. The burning yellow sand shone in the bright sun. Suddenly Sona stopped and dug his feet into the sand.
I won't go any further,
he grumbled.
I'm very thirsty. I need water.
His mother looked down at him and said,
I know you must be thirsty, my dear, but it won't be for long. Water is near. Look.
She stretched her long neck towards a line of trees some distance away.
You see those trees there? In deserts where there are trees, there is water. There might even be a village. Anyway, there will be other animals and you can play with them. Come now.
How lovely,
said Sona and began walking fast. Soon they reached the trees. His mother lifted her head and sniffed.
Come this way,
she said, turning left.
I smell water quite near.
Surrounded by tall trees and thick bushes, they found a pool of clear, cool water. Lowering their heads, they drank deeply. A crow sitting on a tree nearby watched them.
What a lot of water you drink,
he burst out when Sona and his mother finally finished.
You drink more than any other animal I've ever seen. I'm sure,
continued the crow, shaking his head from side to side.
You could drink the pool dry.
No, we couldn't,
laughed the mother camel.
But you are quite right. We camels drink gallons of water at a time.
Why?
asked the crow.
We live mostly in deserts where water is difficult to find. But we don't really mind because we can go without water for days. In our stomachs, we have a separate compartment to store water. Besides, when we don't get water, our bodies can produce it. Do you know when we last had a drink of water?
When?
asked the crow, who found these strange animals very interesting.
5 days ago,
replied the mother.
5 days!
exclaimed the crow in amazement. He flew off to tell the other animals. When Sona heard this, he felt proud.
We are very special, aren't we, mother?
he said.
Of course,
said his mother. The camel sat down in the shade of the trees. The mother camel soon began to doze.
Go to sleep, Sona,
said his mother.
Not yet. I'm going exploring,
said Sona and wandered off. The crow had already spread the news about the camels. The older animals heard what the crow said with little interest, but the younger ones set off at once to see these peculiar animals. They hid behind bushes and rocks so that they could see without being seen. They saw Sona wandering about. The talkative rabbit jumped out of a bush and, sitting on his hind legs, stared at Sona. Suddenly he burst out laughing.
Who are you and what are you laughing at?
asked Sona angrily.
You, ho ho ho,
laughed the rabbit.
You look so funny. The crow told us you were wonderful animals. You are not wonderful at all. You are ugly and silly looking. Look at those long, long legs, that funny humped back, and that neck. Ha ha ha.
The other animals began to laugh too. The goat, the snake, the deer, the fox and others, they surrounded Sona and began making fun of him.
What's your name?
asked the snake.
What's that big hump on your back? Let's call him Humpy. Ha ha ha. No,
said the goat.
We'll call him Flatfoot. Look at those long legs and those funny flat feet.
The goat jumped up and down, showing off his lovely slim legs.
What about that silly long neck? And have you seen his tail?
cried the fox, pointing to Sona's short little tail.
Look at my beautiful tail,
he added proudly, waving his bushy tail.
Don't make fun of him,
said the deer, who was kind and gentle.
Look at my tail. It is just as small.
Poor Sona did not know what to say. Feeling very hurt and angry, he ran to his mother. All the way back, he could hear their laughter.